Hello, this is Hello. I'm doing a review on the Leichter Kpz 70k, the brand new tier 8 light tank and the waffentrager loot boxes. Um, this tank doesn't look very good. Just gonna say that. But it's gonna be interesting. To start off with, this thing has 17 degrees gun oppression, just 10 degrees native gun oppression, thanks to like this bolt flash. I'll turn on visual. So like you see this very nice turret. That isn't any armor. That is armored. That's not actually there. This turret is very small, very similar to the what was it? The Shah MLE 75. That tank, very similar to that, and has 17 degrees of gun oppression. Can you please center properly? There we go. Look at that. Hydrodynamic suspension tilting the hull up. So, as you can see, 17 degrees. This thing will have the most gun oppression of any tank in the entire game. I don't think anything gets more than 15 degrees. So like the Dika Max ML, they get like 15 degrees. I mean, Stur ML, I mean, tier 7. And the STP1 gets 14 degrees. But this gets 17 degrees of gun oppression. This has been the same throughout all its development. Like as a tier 10 light tank, it still had 17 degrees of gun oppression. But it did have a different gun there. Anyway, stats wise, I've compared it against the Hawk 30, which is the other tier 8 German premium light tank, which gets Hesh, of course. As you can see here, much worse DPM, 200 less, wait no, 300 less DPM, so it fires like a whole shell and a bit slower. Look at that reload time, that's really bad. But it does have okay penetration for a light tank, like 190 is usable, and the pen drop off is pretty good, only 10 mil. Does get 260 pen heat, which, like, that's very good for a light tank. Light tanks don't usually get very good pen on gold rounds. Like, I think 260 will be the most pen a tier 8 light tank gets. And yes, this does have higher shell velocity than the standard shells, which is the exact same as the Hawk 30. But they are slower than the Hawk 30s. This thing does get better accuracy than the Hawk 30, slightly better pen, and the exact same gun handling stats. So this thing's gun will be good. Like, same aim time. Like, if you play the Hawk 30, the gun's going to be the same, essentially. Except that your reload's longer. Yeah. But you do, in fact, get HE shells, which are not slow. This is pretty good. Like, 1000 velocity HE shells, with 105 pen. 3 mil better than Hawk 30. That's pretty good. DPM is still like not very good, like 2355. Like, that's like, I don't know, normal DPM for like what I think CS52. CS52 gets about 2.3k equipped. And this tank won't be running gun rammer probably, because you want to have what your CVS, optics, and low noise exhaust. You definitely want those. In terms of field mods, I mean, yeah. This thing's really slow though. 60 kilometers per hour is horrible. This is very bad. If it was 65, it would be okay. But having it at 60 is, like, if you've ever played the T92, the tier 8 American premium light tank, nah, 60 does not cut it. You'll get 62 with field mods, but no. Does have the same traverse speed, but does have much better terrain resistance than the Hawk 30. This won't matter much because, like, you're going from good terrain resistance to still good terrain resistance. So this doesn't actually matter anymore due to new crew skill. And intelligence versus slightly slower. But the gun operation and elevation are the major selling points of this vehicle. I'll just show that armor model. Same health. Fuel tanks are weaker, doesn't really matter. Slightly more armor, which is good against HE, I guess. Hawk 30 isn't very good against HE shells. Should compare this with like DLC HE. Like see, low plate, side, rear. Well, I see where all the crew is. Someone were to... How much crew does this have? 1, 2, 3. Well, if all the crew is in here, then if you were to like shoot there, could you kill all the crew? Was that just a visual? No, is it? Yeah, straight up all the crew is in here. So if you were to shoot a shell through there, you could knock out the entire crew. That's fun. Good to know. You'll probably kill the tank first though. Oh, and very importantly, you have to compare it with... Here's a Blesk. This thing's actually shells. Cause okay, you resist them frontally. That's good. That's good. On the side, yeah, you're not doing much. Because the important thing to note is that the Blesk with its HE shells, just kind of kills you in most light tanks that can get pinned with HE. So it's important to know that you can resist it or not. Do just want to see the armor model. Your upper plate is auto ricochet to what, 30 mil to anything under 90 millimeters. So if you're fighting a medium tank, you're going to get pinned up through the upper plate. That's actually pretty good because it means you'll be able to get bounces off of this, especially hull down. Because I mean, use your 10 degrees of gun depression. Oh, yeah, never mind. All right. But this does mean you'll bounce some shells. If anything, yeah, ricochet off the upper plate and still hit the turret. That's guaranteed pin. But I mean, look at that. That's tiny. This thing will be hard to hit on a ridge if you don't have good shell velocity or accuracy. Because like, imagine just like a cutoff here. You'll have only this to shoot at. It's pretty difficult. But I don't know, this thing doesn't have DPM at all. Doesn't have mobility, no DPM. What can I say? I don't think it'll be that good. It'll be fun though. Like you have good PHE. How would I probably set this up? Reload, bit of reverse speed. These two don't actually matter. Nah, there you go. That's the build. You get crew skill. 42% concealment. That's bad. I mean, it's better than what the Hawk 30 has by a lot, but food, and also get the Hawk 30 set up here just to compare. Whoops. CVS, bounty optics, net. Yeah, so you get 3% more concealment than Hawk 30. That won't matter too much. Oh, and the view range difference is massive. Like Hawk 30, 400 view range. The thing only gets... Wait, is it 410 on Hawk 30? Yeah, Hawk 30 gets 410. This thing gets 380. That's not good. That's really bad for a light tank. Especially one that doesn't have camo. Like, at least Bulldog and stuff, they get 410, 400. This thing, it's not looking good. I have good accuracy at least. DPM difference. It's not good. I don't think this vehicle will be anything meta. It'll be fun to play. Maybe for like frontline stuff. Accurate gun, good HE shells. I don't know. The gun depression is funny. Gun depression is really funny, honestly. That's about it though. That's my review of this vehicle. Just like first look. I'm not played it or anything. The community contributors will have their videos out soon. I really wish I could like test the tank or something. I can't actually see the vehicle in game though. It's still hidden. It's one of the hidden vehicles. So yeah, that's the LKPZ Leichter Kpz 70k. LKPZ 70 review. Yep. Anyway, bye bye. Video's over.